Hey guys, you are watching the Diablo 3 review from Triforce Radio. I am Brad.
And I'm Drew.
12 years in the making since the last Diablo game. I remember playing the original Diablo as a kid. It was one of the first video games I ever bought.
And just like Blizzard always does, they take their time to perfect these games when they come out so that they always look just fantastic when you finally get into the gameplay. And I, too, have been anticipating this game very much.
Yeah, Diablo 3 is one of the most perfect games I've probably ever played. The events in the game take place about 20 years after the events in Diablo 2, if you'll remember. That was the dude who stuck the jewel in his head, decided he was going to go on a journey across the world, wreaking havoc.
Yeah, and Blizzard has done a really great job with this game, sticking to the roots, keeping it simple, while improving the gameplay that we all came to love in Diablo 2.
Mm-hmm. The main storyline for Diablo 3 is that the Primevals are dead, Baal, Mephisto, and Diablo. Those guys were killed off in the last games. So the lesser evils, Belial and Azmodan, are trying to move up in the world, trying to take over Hell and do work in the world. So that's what's going on here. Your main heroes are trying to fight Azmodan, who's the main bad guy, and Belial, who's one of the lesser bad guys. So that's what's going on in Diablo 3. That gets you kind of a set for what's going on. There are a couple new classes. You'll see the one on the screen is the Wizard. That's myself playing it. Wizard and Barbarian are two of the returning classes from Diablo 2, so if you played that game, you'll be familiar with kind of the gameplay of how they work. The spell system's a little bit different than how it used to be in Diablo 2. Most noticeably, though, they've made it so it's a little bit easier to customize your character. The biggest problem with Diablo 2 is there was just always so much going on, so many spells that you hardly ever got to use. A couple new classes that they added were a Monk, Demon Hunter, and a Witch Doctor.
I got to play the Monk to start out, and I've played the Witch Doctor and the Demon Hunter, and I think that these new additions to the game are really enjoyable. And it's nice that you're not playing all the same characters that you were playing in the previous games.
Mm-hmm. Monk character is very similar to the Warrior. He's kind of a bruiser, using more of a spirit energy, knockbacks, fist weapons, things like that.
But he can also heal himself like the Paladin did.
Witch Doctor is more of a ranged summoner spell, very similar to the Necromancer. In Diablo 2. Lots of summons, lots of spells. Doesn't really get his hands dirty himself much. Demon Hunter, if you've ever played...
Well, the expansion, the Assassin
very similar to the Assassin.
And not totally unlike the Amazon either. With
a lot of range, a lot of traps. PvP was not included in the release patch, mostly because they were looking at balancing issues. Couple cool things about some of the spells. They've included a rune system, which is...
Yeah, it was really great how they revamped the entire spell system for this game. Previously, in the other ones, you put points into different stats and spells leveling them up. But this one, with the rune system, you learn the spells, and then you unlock runes that augment the spell slightly, so that it will do the spell that you cast, but it will change it slightly. Like for example, the Monk, since that's the role I play, has a spell that shields him and makes him invulnerable, and that's the basic spell. But when you augment it, you can have it set up to that the shield explodes and kills ghouls around you, or you can have it heal you.
With the Wizard, you can have multiple lightning casts or any of that kind of cool stuff.
And really, you can work through the entire story of the game. I think we did in, 14 hours, something like that?
I think it was total.
Wow. Okay, we played a lot more than I realized. In addition to that, they still have the different difficulty modes. After you've beat it on normal, you've unlocked Nightmare mode. From there, you can go to, I believe it's called Inferno.
And then Hell, I think, is the last one.
And then Hell, and then they also have what's called Hardcore mode, where if you die, there's no coming back. So
I believe that was included with Diablo 2 also.
It was in
So
Diablo
if you were a fan
2.
of Hardcore mode, I am not. But if you enjoy having your world crushed
every time you die,
Hardcore mode is for you. So it's there. Diablo 3, great game. Go out and pick it up. I imagine it'll be getting tens across the board from everything that gets reviewed.
without a doubt.
All right, that's it. Bye.
Doubt.